Joel Fleischman Happy Hour Podcast, episode 162. With
cheers.
A little cheers to Jason Dedering. Welcome to the pod.
Prost.
We have
Salud.
some wine, some vino. Thank you for
So what are we drinking here, Jason?
This is the Juggernaut, so kind of a staple at our home, and kind of tells a story of not only good wine, but how we kind of tackle our lifestyles and jobs.
I love that.
And what is it?
Cabernet.
Cabernet. You're a Cabernet guy?
I am.
Okay.
Jason basically drinks wine?
Yes, the main...
Only.
Only wine,
Yeah.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? How long have you... Why only wine, or when did that start?
I feel like my body has just told me that it enjoys that the most.
Yes,
Okay.
So
responsible.
Fair
Yes.
enough.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Though
And,
I
and
love-
almost always a Cabernet, if you can get it.
Always a red.
Always a red.
Always
Same.
red.
I'm a Pinot Noir, but I do like Cab if they don't have that.
I do a blended red.
Oh, yes.
Maybe because I'm just not that much into wine, but when I go out, I'll just get a blended red,
Yes.
which is probably not really a wine snobbish drink, but it usually works for me because I just know I'm getting a little splattering of all.
For sure.
Malbec sometimes. I'll go Merlot. I like cabs,
Yeah.
but a blended red always just seems to like be neutral.
For sure. And this is very smooth. Thank you.
Yeah,
Really
welcome.
good.
And where
Love
did you buy it from?
Honestly, gas station on the way, or a place on the way up. So I was
Yeah.
in Chicago earlier today
yes,
doing
you
some presentations down there.
Okay.
Had to drop samples off in New Berlin and then shoot up here.
Yeah, and again, if you don't know, Costco is the world's largest, not only seller of wine, has the most vineyards in the entire world.
I did not know that.
Yep, fully integrated, the best source for wine. They have actually connoisseurs in their locations. And Andy and I experienced it. We went there for customer service and hospitality I wanted to show Andy what Costco does for hospitality, because you think they're like Sam's Club, and they're not. And it was perfect. He was there, the connoisseur. He talked to us about wine. And they have $9 bottles all the way to maybe $200 bottles?
All of that, yeah.
At least $200. And we explained to him, he asked the really good probing questions, which is good sales, right?
Yeah.
Very good sales.
Yeah.
How do you drink it? Why do you drink it? When do you drink it? Who do you drink it with? He said, honestly, for you guys, this $19 bottle of wine is going to be perfectly good.
Yeah.
It's going to work exactly what you want. And then he got really good about it. He was like, open it up, let it sit for 20 minutes. This is what you want to do with it. This is what you'd pair it with. And it's like, anytime I go there, I end up with like 6 bottles of wine because he just walks you through it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
One-stop shop.
I looked for a Costco on the way, but just wasn't.
So you're the same way for wine, right? Because you're a wine guy. I mean,
I
you
am.
shop Costco's.
All the time.
Amazing. And they even have really good signage, which we try to do better at Drexel. Just the 6 important things that you need to know, and it becomes very trustworthy.
Yeah.
Like this is what it offers. It's got good words. It's got a rating system. They do it well. They really bang it out.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. One less decision you got to make.
Nothing
right?
wrong with supporting local, distributor shops and
For
all that
sure.
either. But Costco does a really good job on wine.
Absolutely.
Moving on.
Thank you again. Yes. So
Yeah, go ahead. I got it because I'm
You go,
excited.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
excited to talk about engineered floors.
Yes.
And Jason is our direct representative for engineered floors, and you have been selling to us since as long as I can remember. Do you know how long?
So I've been with Engineered Floors. This is my 11th year.
Wow.
And we would have met probably the year previous when I was working at Dalton.
Right, so we've really bought engineered floors from you since you started.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, and engineered floors, if you don't know, and I'll maybe steal Jason's thunder, give you a few nuggets that Joel knows flooring too, right? So whatever. They've started in 2009 by a legendary guy named Bob Shaw from Shaw Floors, who sold out to the...
Berkshire Hathaway.
Yes, thank you. Could not think of their name. To the big boys, William Buffett. And that didn't work out, and I've heard, we won't get into that because that's all rumor mill, but there's some fun stories there, what I've heard from people pretty high up. But so anyways, he said, I'm going to break away and I'm going to vertically integrate, use advanced automation. I believe less is more. Is this also unfamiliar?
This smells very familiar.
And I'm going to actually be the dominant force and take over the 2 other major brands, which are Mohawk and Shaw. All in Dalton, Georgia. All made here in the United States, a lot of the product. And literally make the fiber, start from ground to zero. And I'm going to take the best people from Shaw, the best people from Mohawk, and I'm going to do this at the age of mid-70s.
Yeah,
When he started
90,
that?
He's 94 now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and he goes to the office
yeah.
every day. Yep.
So mid-70s, he
That also
started
sounds
he started the company from ground zero,
Yeah.
and now is it the largest supplier in North America?
We're probably the second largest carpet manufacturer.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
And was ground zero in 09. So, and we've been a strong partner, I believe,
Very
from the
much
day,
so,
because
yep.
I heard the story.
Yeah.
I saw the product, which was superior at the time in 09. And I still remember the meeting. I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
Yes.
This is not even out there yet. Jason's kind of smiling because I think you were at the meeting. And I was like,
I mean,
hell yeah, let's go. And a lot of our team was cautious, and I was more like, I wish I was stronger about how we came to the marketplace, but we've got to evolve as a company, and I didn't know a tremendous amount of who we wanted to be. Now we know. But even then, I was like, less is more, less is more. I should have been more bold about that. But we didn't have the right people in place to buy into that, and here we are, I guess.
It's also a breadth of product. Like, it just doesn't happen over that first year or 2 years or 3 years. It was, we continued to kind of understand where we added value and then got that base business, and we're allowed to kind of able to get additional products that added value to the market. So.
Right, so carpet as well as hard surfaces.
Now, yes. Yeah, we've been in hard surface maybe 7 years.
Right.
7 years. Okay. So tell us a little bit about you, I guess, and your bio, your background before coming to Engineered Floors.
So I kind of grew up in the industry. So my dad owned a retail store in Wisconsin. So grew up, born into it, and went to college. Didn't think I wanted any part of flooring to be part of my future. And then I took a position with Mohawk for almost 10 years.
Okay.
A few other jobs in between, and then really kind of found my home here at Engineered Floors. Yeah. So had a variety of roles the last 10, going on 11 years. So had a territory in Wisconsin where I initially got kind of engaged and got to know the Drexel team. And then have just had a lot of opportunity to kind of grow within the position, and now I'll cover kind of the north half of the United States.
Okay, wow. What's that been like?
And you still are a direct rep, or do you have people?
No, so Paul
okay.
Haight would be.
So you're like the OG.
The OG, yes.
Right, you're the OG, but Paul actually takes care of us day to day.
That is correct.
Shout out to Paul.
Yeah, shout out to Paul.
All right, so you actually are in charge of quite a bit.
Yeah, about 13 states.
Which has got to be thousands of stores in 13
probably
states?
6,000.
6,000 locations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so we were just talking.
Right, people don't always think of Drexel as flooring. Of your 6,000 locations, we're in the top 10%, bottom 10%, halfway home.
Yeah, definitely top 10%, 100%. In fact, I think I told Danny.
I want to say that again, just as a that's an advertorial there, right? Like, we are a strong flooring store. We are not a lumberyard. We are in the top 10%, so that's the top 600 of 6,000 locations in 13 states. If you want flooring, the way we sell flooring, the way we sell it to you, the builder, call us.
Yeah, I would even go one step further. You guys would say probably in the top 5 across all the territory that we have.
Right, so 100 dealers, we're in the top 5. Yeah. And we've been doing it only since 2008. Yeah. And in some locations, only for a year. So we're just getting started.
Yeah.
We really are.
Fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you're one of our premiers, or you were one of our premier sponsors for the Expo.
Yes, thank you for that.
Talk about your experience there.
That's probably one of my favorite events.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I kind of found it by accident maybe the first time. Yeah. Well, it was probably 6 or 8 years ago. Okay.
And again, coming in, you worked a million shows. You know how these work.
I didn't. It was almost like we kind of missed the invite, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Jason Strobel reached out. And he's like, "You need to be here." I think we had won an award.
Okay.
And so we were there for that. And then I understood the grand scope of it. But it's just gotten better and better every year. Yeah. And we were just kind of all in. It really gave us the opportunity this year to kind of create a space that said, "All right, we have a blank canvas. Like, what can we do to be the most impactful from a flooring standpoint to your customer base?" And those builders.
And I felt your booth was busy the entire night.
I don't know. Yeah, it was close to a bar, but it wasn't because of that. But yeah, we had a lot of foot traffic. There's just a lot of people that came up and were like, "Hey, I heard you guys are voting on new floors. We would really like to look through those." And so we had a lot
explain what that means.
Yeah.
So obviously we have a very small selected curated product in the Blue Door LVP, and those are doing very, very well.
And explain what LVP. You probably know it better. You know it as well as me, but I'd like to hear your spin on it. We have a thing called Blue Door LVP through Engineered Floors. What does that mean to you as the dealer? What do you think you know about it, and what is it?
So what we make is a stone plastic composite. So it's a combination of limestone and vinyl. That particular product is made domestically in the United States. We're the only ones that are truly doing that here today. Probably 99% of all of that category comes imported from one of 4 different countries. Okay. But we really wanted to be in control of our own destiny.
And I was in that first meeting. I'm like, if it's American made, I'm in.
Yes.
Right. I mean, that was.
And it's been.
I'm not joking. I mean, Jason was at the meeting. I'm like, if it's American made, I'm in. If you guys can do this.
Yeah.
Good colors, fantastic product, made in Dalton, Georgia.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Been to Dalton, Georgia.
It's
Insanity Place. Again, sidebar conversation here. Get back to remind us to get back to do.
Okay.
But Dalton, Georgia is a town of.
I don't know the answer to that. Probably 75.
Yeah.
100,000.
So 75.
Yeah.
1,000?
75. It's gonna be,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I always say like the size of Fond du Lac.
Yeah.
If you know where Fond du Lac is.
Yep.
If for those listening and watching or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's the size of Fond du Lac. In the size of Fond du Lac, 95% of all carpet in the United States is made there,
if not more.
if not more.
Wow.
So Shaw's there, Mohawk's there, and then Bob Shaw never moved, so he's there with Engineered Floor. So if you go to lunch at a diner, there's the CEO of Shaw, the CFO of Mohawk, and the COO of Engineered Floor.
unique. Wow.
And they all know each other.
all, yeah.
And every building, if you've been to Camelsport, it's like the Drexel campus in Dalton, Georgia. Every building is owned by one of those three people. And carpet's been around since
50s.
the 50s, right? And really got started there because Dalton was like known for like rugs.
Rugs and sheets and just
Like
all
rugs and
those,
sheets,
yeah.
they would just hang them outside and sell them on the highway, from what I understood. And then carpet kind of started there in the 50s and really never left.
Never
and
stopped.
like literally never left that little
What a
ownership
staple.
region
Yeah.
of beyond staple, just like dominant force of this little tiny droplet in Georgia. So that's just a crazy story to me.
Yeah, I just learned something new. Wow,
Yeah.
that's so super cool.
I will tell my Bob Shaw story because I think it's important and just fun. So we were, this is when we were buying we were buying from Shaw. And we were there as a host of Shaw Floors. This is maybe 2010,
Okay.
right in the heat of the downturn. So everyone's struggling for business. Bob Shaw had just started his own company up, right? Just literally sold it to Warren Buffett. Sold out. I'm out of the game, but I want to be influential in my 70s. For whatever reason, I won't get into that. I'm back in the game strongly. I'm going to take you guys out. I'm pissed. And he's kind of proven that. And so we're staying at, the last person that stayed at this place, Shaw did a great job that you guys all do of putting us up at the mill tour. We were doing a mill tour, had a bunch of Drexel people, and we were staying, the last person to stay there was Peyton Manning. So beautiful place on Bob Shaw's golf course. So that night we go eat supper at the country club. And as we pull up, one of the Shaw guys goes, "Oh, Bob's here." Like his car's he's like Elon Musk of the industry. He really is. Legendary. So his car's there, I don't know if it's a Lamborghini or some convertible. It's like some red convertible thing. It was fancy. In his own spot, because it's his country club, so whatever, park wherever you want, buddy. So we're all eating as Shaw Floors, and now Bob isn't part of Bob Shaw's, it's his name. Right, and he's all eating there. And he walks up to us, and he's got like a beautiful wife, Barbie doll trophy wife. I'm pretty confident Bob won't hear this, but she's beautiful, Bob. That's okay. I can say that. I'm sure he would agree. And quite a bit younger. And he's got a great Southern accent. And I won't even try to imitate it. "Y'all having a good time?" And he starts calling out the people from Shaw. And I can tell he's pissed. And he grabs my shoulder. He's like, "They all treating you good?" He's like, "I bet they are." And he just kind of like lingered there just long enough. And Jason just made a face and just covered his face, And yeah, everybody from Shaw he walked away and they all kind of covered their face like, son of a biscuit. And it was no big deal, but it was a huge deal. Yeah. And it's always made an impression on me. It was pretty, and he that was the mic drop when he goes, "Y'all enjoying my golf course?" Okay.
Sure
Okay.
are.
Yeah, Bob Shaw's here. So that was a moment.
It's still there.
Yes.
The kind of my bosses. So he's got two grandsons that when Mr. Shaw wanted to get back into the industry, obviously.
Yeah, and everybody calls him Mr. Shaw.
Okay.
Like
Cousin,
everybody that I've ever met that worked at Shaw
Okay.
calls him Mr. Shaw.
So his grandsons, Will and Joe, are identical twins. So they were still in college at the time, and he brought them up and just said, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this, but I really need to have a legacy beyond us. Like this, if we're going to start this, like we're going to be a family, and this is going to be a family business." And that's really how it's ran today. Is the two of them are both doing different things. One's leading product, one's leading sales. But it's a breath of fresh air. They're young. They just have so much energy. They dedicate every minute they can to our customer base, and they're all in.
That's awesome.
So it's been a really, really fun kind of culture to watch them really kind of come up within it. And now it's theirs. They're in the roles that they're going to be for a very long period of time, and just allows us to continue to do what we do.
Right, and so really cool we'll go back to Blue Door now.
Yeah.
So I remember the initial conversations with Jason, and I think he thought I was a little bit crazy because I could just tell by his face. And he believed in it, but also like, hey, nobody's doing this. But I'm like, we had probably owned flooring in Brookfield on Blue Mountain for maybe a decade already. And we hadn't made any money on flooring maybe 7 or 8 years. And it was just time to do what I actually always wanted to do. I said, flooring's too complicated. No one needs 90. And Bob's vision of engineered floor helped my vision. I'm like, if he's doing it, I'm doing it.
Sure.
Nobody needs 80 colors. Nobody needs blues and purples. Nobody needs zebra stripes. Yes, it's out there, and yes, it does exist. I shouldn't say no one. The majority of people, and it's overwhelming. We've talked about it so many times in this podcast. No one really wants 17 pages on the menu. And now I'm so in tune with that when we go out to eat, when there are 17 pages. I just see people flipping. Maybe pizza, maybe chicken Alfredo, might go with the steak. Oh my gosh, ribs are on special. And they have really good street tacos. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what rabbit hole are we going down? And then what'd you get? Oh, I just had a cheeseburger. Like they just punt, right? So that is really the nature of flooring in majority of locations of his 6,000 in North America, or at least the United States. And we said, hey, that's too much for the consumer. Let's make it simple. They're picking out so much for their house. Let's take the best 5 or 7 colors of carpet. We'll work with Engineered Floors, who's already a vertically integrated company. We understand manufacture. They understand manufacturing, obviously. Make a ton of it for us. Fill up the semi. Part of it is you are shipping things from Dalton, Georgia to Wisconsin. And the flooring companies have always taught us that. I remember that from day one. Joel, you're paying for a lot of air. So when they bring one roll up, you pay for the entire semi to come up. And they're like, why are you doing that? Buy more. And I'm like, well, I can't because we're all over the board. What am I going to buy? So we did have stocking programs 15 years ago when we were losing money, and it never worked because we had too much but not enough. So now it's like, these are the 7, let's promote these 7, but and we also didn't reduce the price because we were commission-based salesmen. I reduced the price, and then the salesmen go, well, that price is reduced on your stock product. I make less, it's less margin dollars, I make less money. I confidently will not sell your stock product because why would I do that, Joe? I'm going to make less money. What could I say? They're not wrong. That's your pay. That's your pay income. So it didn't work. So now going non-commission based sales. This is our price. Go sell the hell out of it. That helps Engineered Floors. Helps the local builder. Helps us. And it is the trendiest colors. So it's not like we have a limited selection. It's just what we found to be the best. And it's a little bit of Costco. I mean, Costco is not a wine store. They don't have 5,000 flavors. I think they have 50, I would say.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Right, and Jason, you can tell, is a wine connoisseur. He goes there for his wine, even though they only have 50. They probably only have 5 or 7 cabs.
You're right. Yeah.
Now they come in and out, and it's different. It's fine.
Sure.
But he's a cab guy.
Little star on the right one.
Yeah. And you're chasing them, and it's only 5 to 7. Jason goes there. He does not go to a wine store with 7,000 bottles to be confused by the millions of minutiae of Cabernets. And it doesn't take somebody really, really super talented to be in the wine industry for 80 years to find Jason's Cabernet. And Jason's going to spend 2 hours there sitting down sampling them. Here's a 7. Here's the rating system. This is what I recommend. Boom, I'm out of here. Love it. We did the same thing, the same copy in flooring, in the hard surfaces as well as the carpet. That's my ad. And thanks for watching and listening. I'm just kidding. There's your adtorial. Oh my gosh, that was good and awful all at the same time. I hope you guys all learned a little bit listening in, though.
Yeah, helpful for
Man, I'm sweating. I forget how much I love flooring. Jules always smiles.
I do. No.
Are you still surprised how much I know about individual products?
I'm just taking it in real time.
You are still a little. I can tell you sometimes you kind of give me the look of there's no way he knows that much about flooring.
No.
For sure.
Sorry.
So that was Expo
so Jason's
experience.
here.
Yes. We were talking Expo experience. I know we want to get into surfaces as well, which is conference. Yes.
So the international show for builders, and it's truly international. There's a tremendous amount of Chinese manufacturers. Cutting Edge, the IBS show, is enveloped and blanketed alongside surfaces.
Yep.
So they've only been doing that maybe 15 years. Before it used to be separate, and they finally got smart and combined them.
Yeah.
At least in the same weeks. They overlap.
The same weeks.
Yep. And they never used to do that, and that was really a train wreck, and they combined them years ago. Anyways, you were at Surfaces in Vegas. What's trending? What's coming up? What'd you see? There's always a base theme if you go there.
Sure.
You go to 30 booths and 10 have the same thing. You can always see what's emerging.
Yeah. So
or at least what the manufacturer's trying to pump to you.
Yeah, very much so. And on the carpet side of things, the business has really become really simple, right? Okay. So back when Mr. Shaw got into the industry, when we started Engineered Floors in 2009, solution dyed polyester wasn't really a popular fiber. Right, everyone was either smart strand or nylon, and so there was some technology that was available that Mr. Shaw took advantage of. He tried to get Shaw to go down that path. They just said, we're not interested. So technology existed. We created how we manufacture under one roof. So everybody else manufactures in 4 or 5 different locations. They start the process.
And the reason they do that is because it's Dalton, Georgia.
And
they only have 80,000. I mean, literally maybe a 80,000 square foot building. And they start a process and then they ship it because they're all refurbished buildings from the 50s. Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah, I forget the exact number. I wish I knew it off the top of my head, but I would say the average A carpet, on average, travels 43 miles to be manufactured from our competition.
All in Dalton, Georgia.
All in
So
Dalton,
just
yeah.
like
So
the
it's-
roads
it's
are just packed with
constant, yep.
it's crazy weird.
And our products are made within 2 miles.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes it's because that facility is a half mile long.
Yeah.
So everything we do is
Okay.
raw materials go on one end, finished material at the other. So when you can come down, and your group has come down a couple different times to see that process be manufactured. You can see every part of the process in every single facility that we manufacture.
What is carpet made of? A lot of people, let's just go 101. I bet Jules doesn't know what carpet's made of, do you?
No.
Right, perfect.
Polyester chip, so no different than the clothes that we wear. So what we do is we solution dye 100% of our carpet
Which is
products.
odd enough, it's just gas. It's petroleum.
Yep.
Yeah.
Polyester means petroleum. We wear gas clothes. We lay on gas floors.
Yes.
I know nobody wants to hear that, but that is reality.
Very much
Anyways.
so.
Okay.
Very much so. So traditional carpet used to be dyed after it was manufactured. So that carpet was always white. Think of like a radish.
Uh-huh.
And then it was dyed a brown or black or red or green or blue or any other color. So that was just how the technology existed. What we've kind of implemented into the industry since we started was solution dyeing. So we took the color and that solution dye pellet or that polyester pellet. We extrude those together so that color goes all the way through, similar to a carrot. And it allows us to have the highest stain-resistant product that's in the market today. And then we've perfected how to manufacture it. So it's that construction, it's the twist, it's the heat set, all those different things that allow us to have what I would consider the best carpet fiber in the market today.
Bar none. And if you think of carpet, especially our blue door carpet or the engineered floor carpet, how I like to say it, it's like a ketchup bottle. Does ketchup stick to a ketchup bottle? Is it ever stained, no matter how long you have that ketchup bottle in the fridge?
Nope.
Which is odd, right? Like you'd think it would stain. It's comparable to the same technology of carpet. And yes, they would stain this plastic. And I know that sounds weird, but your polyester shirt's plastic. They would stain this plastic later, which could lead to variations, problems, field differentials, and then that substrate not on the plastic could do bad things when it stains.
Take on
This way, if it's chemically infused into that ketchup bottle, they can make a red ketchup bottle, it would just be a red ketchup bottle. So it's superior technology. It's also why you don't rub your carpet to clean it. It's why you blot it, because that's, if you think of that ketchup bottle, you would just blot that off and you're literally picking it out. There's nothing to wash out. You have to pick it out. Am I saying that right, Jason?
Good analogy. Yeah.
Right. Well, I've sold a lot of carpet and I've helped a lot of consumers through the years, including the pad. Like a lot of times can you speak about how the pad performs, why pad's important?
Pad's super important. So it is.
So pad's the thing underneath the carpet.
Yes.
And no
Yeah,
one
I
ever,
know.
yeah, you just know what it is. But
Yes.
no one ever thinks why it's important.
Yeah, everybody just assumes that it's comfort and comfort only. But it actually allows you to, it takes a lot of that, just the general foot traffic as you're walking on that every single day. It's allowing that carpet to kind of have a, like a better term, a cushion, but a barrier from it allowing the carpet fibers to just be constantly walked on and ultimately change how that product looks.
And also if you have cheap pad, which we do not sell, but let's say you go into a big box store or somebody that's just like brand X that's on TV all the time, they're going to give you a really cheap pad, and that pad could absorb what?
Any stains?
Any stains, right? So you pour a bottle of wine on it that's going to go through you have the world's best carpet, but you have a cheap pad. It'll get into your carpet, and that's what's called wicks up. It's why you clean a carpet, and 10 minutes later, it's still got it.
Yeah.
It's wicking back up.
Very much
Now you think about dog urine,
Well,
wine,
this is
green,
Coffee.
and and through time it'll compact. So you have this really expensive carpet, but if you have cheap pad,
Yes.
it'll feel like your carpet shot. You just put it in cheap pad. So we do not sell cheap pad at Drexel. That only because good pad on a typical room adds maybe $150.
Yeah, it's not much.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That might probably be a far exaggeration. So yeah, use better pad.
yeah.
Agreed.
My dad has rental property, and
Okay.
so a lot of carpet replacements. And
Yeah,
over
yeah,
the years,
yeah.
they're like, oh, yep.
Which is a whole industry in itself
I know.
is repairing, is replace. Because usually when people
Yeah.
move out, they just put new carpet in.
Very much so.
But the industry's changed. I mean, carpet, when you started, Jason, was a percentage of all houses or rooms, how much had carpet in it. Let's say there's
At least 70.
70% of the house had
Was
carpet,
carpet.
and now you're at what?
Probably the opposite. I'd say at best 25.
best.
At best 25%.
The carpet people
maybe
would
20.
hope it'd be 25%,
Yes,
right?
would hope.
Yeah. Because I see a lot of houses that's almost zero.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting back to surfaces
Yes.
and
Yeah.
all those trends.
Yes, that's
Chief.
why. So there is so
Chief
competitively.
Jules, thank you for being on the pod.
Over.
The industry from a carpet standpoint is almost all trending towards the direction that we have been in for the last 15 years, which is solution dye polyester. So everyone's trying to play catch up to what we've kind of been doing in the market for the last 15 years.
Sure.
So we have to kind of continue to move the cheese. So a lot of what we introduced this year, though I agree our focus for almost every year until this has been the basics, right? The top 80% of volume is always the earth tone colors, the browns. Well, this year we actually introduced color.
Okay.
Because we have such a kind of a lead on the industry as far as what our color bank is, and so we might add that one green or one blue just as an accent. Well, now it's kind of the base of that product. So again, it's allowing consumers to maybe feel like they've seen everything, but are more often than not still going with the basic.
Which is still available through Drexel, right? So we have the blue door carpet, but in all our showrooms, we still have the expanded displays, right? You're not, but that's a higher price point, different conversation.
Yep.
Sure.
If you want to just go, hey, I like that, go.
Yep.
Which is still very, very popular, but we do have the accent pieces as well.
Yeah, and the other probably biggest category of new product for the year is loops. So some people might call them Berbers, right? So it's that look of the past. It's just a looped construction that has kind of a color fleck to it. It used to just be your
I
base.
call it like the casino look, like the Vegas, the Vegas look, stairs look, right?
Okay. The first time I was thinking like shaggy, but that's
no, because that's like cut, right? So loops are
it's just,
like a true loop,
Okay.
and then there's cut carpet, which is truly cutting the loop,
Got it.
right? It's all stitched. So are they cutting the loop or are they leaving the loop in? Kind of.
But that style of carpet was super popular through the 90s and early 2000s, and then kind of went away, and everyone kind of forgot about them. And now some of the newer people that are in the flooring industry are like, we've never seen these before, right? So even though us that have been around here for
they're like, that's new and cool.
That's new and cool. And so it's just
so
it's a weird to watch some of those trends kind
Right.
of just slowly make their way back, specifically on the carpet side.
I don't know why, but I want to get a tip and trick in. I do like flooring. I just don't talk about it enough, probably. One thing you can do if this comes back, and the loop carpet and the pattern carpet and the fun colors, I've always said this, even if you have LVP hard surfaces throughout the majority of your house, consider doing a really fun carpet on your steps, especially on exposed steps. You're probably adding $500 to $700 to your house, and you can make your house freaking pop. Put a red in there, put a casino style color in there, put zebra stripes, put a pattern in there. If it's an urban farm girl thing, go with the tiger stripes, go with tigers, right? Like do something really crazy in your steps. I totally encourage that. Super simple, super value added, adds just pennies to your house overall.
Yeah, especially with as much hard surface as you have throughout the home, to have that accent piece on the steps that we probably see.
And it's very hard to clean the hard surfaces anyway on your steps.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody's falls, but keep going,
But so that's where I think that some of those bolder patterns are probably what we see the most. So maybe the color will be what we see more so this year since it's now more prevalent. But those bigger, bolder patterns are definitely a pretty big hit for carpet on the steps.
Super fun.
Well, and two, I mean, sometimes it's likely in your entrance, like that's your
it is. When you walk in and you see the great room and it goes up to your, it's kind of your eyes catching that anyway.
For sure.
And it just makes your whole house pop.
Yeah, very cool. Awesome. What else you guys got going for 2026? New year, excitement?
Yes. I mean, surfaces for us was super busy. So
give me colors. What's color trending for 2026? Flooring's always the leader. Flooring, then cabinets, then kind of everything else are the leader of color trends. What are we trending into?
I would say that
what are we trending out of, and what are we trending into?
What we're trending out of is probably grays. That's probably the one area that
and that's I've heard that consistently at the Expo.
Yep.
Almost ask everybody at the Expo what's trending out. I always ask that. It's grays, which is crazy because I'm just getting used to grays. But I'm old school and I'm weird and old anyway. So I'm just getting used to the grays and they're trending out. What's trending in?
Definitely more warmer tones, some of the gold colors, and then again, kind of a touch of accent color within carpet specifically is what I think you're going to start to see more and more people trend to is they don't want to commit to a full blue carpet or green carpet, but if it has a very unique or very subtle accent color to it, I think you're going to see more of that this year.
The neutral's a bit going away.
Yep.
Just a bit. Again, gray's still going to be extremely popular.
It's popular,
but it's trending out.
It is definitely trending out.
I totally agree. We're seeing that more. I'm seeing stains come back, I think. I think white's still going to be the gold standard. White's going to still be the top seller by far for trim and doors and cabinetry. However, I do think that mixed usage is not going away. And by mixed usage, I mean paints and stains. 4 or 5 different colors in one room is not uncommon. Unheard of 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Not only not uncommon, that's the norm now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to touch on? What you got coming down for the pipeline? And
we could talk forever. What
I
else
know
you got for us, Jules?
I know we could.
Jules is like flooring, not my baby, right?
Yeah, it's just really interesting. Yeah,
it's a wild industry.
And I've noticed that too with just the hardwood. And we just moved in October, and our whole entire house now is hardwood except for the lower level.
Now hardwood. What do you mean by hardwood? Again, for being a non-educated.
Yep.
No, that's cool. That's okay, Jules. Because what does hardwood mean to you? What does that mean? Do you actually
like
have wood?
Flooring. Yes.
It is actually real
it
wood,
is.
engineered wood, or actually full solid wood?
I don't know that.
See, that's what people like. So there's a laminate wood, there's hardwood, and then what we call as LVP, a laminated veneer plank.
Yeah, so it is.
Yes. Okay.
So that's that little thin slice, which mimics where that came from. Was the hospital industry originally? Was using it, and nobody else was using it. And then they finally, somebody, I don't know who, put a wood grain on it and a color. I'll never forget. I'm like, that's going to take over the market. And they're like, well, I don't know.
In a hospital
I'm like,
setting.
no, like the hospitals used it like hardcore.
Okay.
And that was just like white and gray and gross and hospital colors. Somebody decided to throw a wood grain and a color on it. I'm like, oh. So that's indestructible. Because the problem with hardwood floors, of course, no matter what you have, they're going to get beat up like crazy. So the LVPs, again, indestructible is not the right word, but darn close, man. That holds up like crazy.
Yeah, they're very well built today.
Yeah.
Okay, that helps. Thank you.
So we're good.
Yeah, we're good. All right, well, then we're up to our billboard question. You get a billboard, and you get whatever message that you want to say on it.
So I was trying to be as prepared for this question as possible.
Some people come in totally prepared,
yeah,
and some people come in saying, I've never heard this before. I don't know what I'm going to do.
So I'm going to go with what kind of drives me and kind of my team as a whole, I believe, at least the message that I communicate as often as I can. And it's just really how we spend our time. So I think it would be a big backwards clock.
Ooh.
Right? And
I like the visual, yeah.
Good, bad, or otherwise, I happen to have this tattoo on my back. So, right, that's my biggest billboard is me.
That seems to make sense, yeah.
So, right?
Indeed.
And it is, I didn't really think about it when I got it, however many years ago it was, but people come up and ask me all the time. Like it is, I'll be on vacation with my kids and people are pulling me aside like, did you know that the clock on your back is backwards? I'm like, yeah.
Yes, I did.
And so then, like, I've shortened the story, but really it is, the one thing I think everybody has in common is time. Right? Nobody gets more 24 hours than the next guy. And if we're going to be successful, whether it be family life, work life, our partnership together, it's how we spend our time together that it makes us more or less successful than the next person.
Yes.
And so that's changed, right? So when I didn't have kids and wife, it was all work all the time. And now there's a much bigger balance of that. There is more vacations. There's a focus. I'm trying to making sure that, there's time spent here to get the work done, but then the balance of kind of making up for it because I'm out traveling and doing all the things that I do. So that's part of it. And then I think the slogan would be stealing this a little bit from Steve Prefontaine, if you know who that is, one of the best runners from the early, I think it was late 70s.
And legendary. Go read his book. I mean, it's just a very interesting. I mean, that was a huge movie in the the 70s or early 80s on it too. So yeah.
But that quote is, when you set the pace, you control the race. And so they kind of go.
I think that song "Chariots of Fire" is from his movie, right, or something like that. I think. Yeah. So what was it? Say it again.
When you set the pace, you control the race. And so a lot of my team, what I send out is like, just continue to set the pace. And again, it is being present and being part of the territory. It's just, it's a must. It is, are you willing to make that extra call at the end of the day? Are you spending the right quality time with that customer? Are you preparing? Are you doing all of the things that I think we need to do to be the best partner?
Because the clock is marching down either way, right?
It always is.
Yeah.
It always is.
You can't go back either.
Yeah.
But it's also balance, right? So I don't need my team traveling 5 days a week, right? They're going to get burnt out and quit.
Yeah.
It is understanding how to manage that time to be beneficial when we are together, and when we're not together, following through and doing all those things, but then also having a life outside of what I expect you to do.
100%.
Yeah.
And so that's,
and that clock ticks the same way.
It constantly
and you set the
does.
pace the same way.
Yep.
It's still being a mother, a father, a caretaker, whatever that is. There's still a real responsibility to that too, for sure. Jason, you are, and I haven't said that to everybody, but you are a really good rep. We appreciate everything you've done, and congratulations on your success within the company that you work for, and your passion is always poured out in every single meeting, to the point that you are kind of universally loved here. And I'd be like, yeah, but he doesn't work for us, so we have to be careful. Well, he kind of does. I'm like, okay, well, let's not get crazy here. He's still got to make a living too. So then that's the best that you can say about a rep, right? Is when the team thinks they work for you, and I know you really do. We still have to. There's still a game to be played though within that margin, so we'll play that confidently.
It's probably been by far one of the most fun, just simple partnerships, relationships that I think I've created in my career. It's just, there's a special place for the team that is at Drexel that I've been able to kind of evolve with in the industry. And I mean, I think there's a reason that everyone thinks I am the rep, because it is. right? I only have so much time too, but when there
Right.
is a need and I can get that need kind of fulfilled the fastest, that's kind of the partner that or the partnership that we have with you guys.
Right,
so
and
that's
he's
where-
always challenged us, like, okay, if you really got to have to do all this if we're going to do this, right?
Yeah.
So he's actually always challenged us too, and
That's great.
I think I'm kind of proud that way of like we've always lived up to the commitments we made to you guys as well.
Yeah. Agreed.
Good.
Right. Okay, cool.
Cheers to that.
Awesome.
And
Thank
you
you
have
so
really good
much.
tasting
Yeah,
wine.
fantastic. Yes.
So
It is
thank you
very
for
good
that.
wine. Yeah,
so
go
good.
get
So
your
smooth.
Juggernaut. Find it at any
Yes.
local Quick Trip,
Absolutely.
apparently.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you for your time.